All right. So check this guy out. This guy calls the police. He calls the police, calls what he says is the building manager at first, and then he calls the police and says that I'm unlawfully here. Even though, check this out. Hey, y'all share this because the police are on the way. This guy just called. Department of Homeland Security and Immigration supposedly is now a private industry. Look at this, okay? So you have this posted notice right here. You have the rules and regulations governing conduct on federal property. All right? This is a public lobby right here. They serve the public, okay? Yet you got this security guard, since I've walked in, has hounded me. Yeah. All right. Hey, y'all, share this out.
So you're okay?
Yeah, he just called the...
I know, we'll tell him to back off, okay? We're sorry about that.
Yeah, he just called the police. He called the... He put this guy that claimed to be the building manager or building owner on the phone with me and told me that this was a private building. I tried to tell them, look, there's posted notices right here that show the rules and regulations governing conduct on federal property. They wouldn't have that if that was not a public, they serve the public. I tried to tell them that, and they tried to tell me that I was going to go to jail because I was over here.
Those guys in there?
No, the guy that your security guard was on the phone with. So I don't.
No, you're good. We're sorry about that.
Yeah, can
That's
you?
between you and immigration, not us.
Yeah, can you? I need to get his name because he's crossed the line now.
Okay.
And I got it all on video.
Well, I'll let my boss know. He'll take care of it. We're sorry about that.
Yeah, can I get his name because he violated my,
Cordell.
His name is Cordell?
Yeah.
Okay. And what's
We're Circle Healthcare. We're on the second.
Okay.
We're sorry about that.
Yes.
I'll let my boss know. If you got a complaint, come down and make a complaint. We have a complaint there.
On the second floor?
Second floor, yeah.
Okay, all right.
We'll leave a complaint for a manager, okay?
Yes, sir. And what was your name?
Right.
Ray? All right. So the Salt Lake City police are on the way. He did call them. They said that they were on the way. He identified me, gave them the clothes that I was wearing, so I can guarantee you that they are going to show up.
But they're wearing you here, yeah?
Huh?
Immigration is wearing you here?
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yes, sir.
All right. Okay, well, you can make a complaint downstairs.
Yes, sir.
Our manager, okay?
All right, thank you.
Are you gonna make a complaint?
I sure will. Yeah,
Oh,
because he's coming off half cocked, and he's gonna.
I'll go down and get her and have her come and talk to you.
Yes, sir. That'll work.
My boss is off the site right now, okay?
All right, thank you,
We
Ray.
don't want no trouble.
All right, thank you. So, yeah. So he calls the Salt Lake City police and reported me, like, he called he claimed to be the building manager, the building owner, and this is all on my other video. I went live after they called the Salt Lake City police, which I'm sure are going to come regardless. Looks like my other phone is full on memory. So I need to move this stuff over to the, no, it's not full on memory. Okay, so why did it stop recording? We are back live. Hey, let me, in the meantime, let me go ahead and give some shout outs. What's up, Allie Bell? What's up, Claudette? Richard Phillips, good to have you. East Carbon Exposed, good to have you on here. Nicole, good to have you on here. Y'all, what's up, Phoenix? Good to see you. Share this out, please. Right now is not the time for that, Phoenix. I'm telling you, it's not a good time. We'll circle back around to that. We've got a serious issue going on right now. I will say that the button for the automatic doors outside is not working. All right, good. I mean, I guess the security guard downstairs forgot what country he's in.
Here's our manager, sir.
All right, thank you, sir. Oh, I spoke with her in the lobby. Hey, so I need to make a formal complaint on Cordell. So he called somebody that he claimed was the building owner or building manager, put them on speakerphone. I wasn't bothering anybody. I was in the public lobby. In fact, I want to direct your attention right here to this rules and regulations governing conduct on federal property. I tried to explain that to him. He still got on the phone and called the police. The person he was on the phone with claimed that I was going to go to jail, that I was trespassing, and I was going to go to jail. And I said, well, if you want to go, if you want to take it to the next step, then take it to the next step. You know, if they want to actually formally trespass me off of public property that I have every right to be at, then they can go ahead and violate my rights, and we can go ahead and take that road. But as to your security guard, Cordell, he's half-cocked. He's going to get y'all. He's going to get your company sued. In fact, he may have already done what he just did. So I need to get a formal complaint on him, and something needs to be done about that.
Ashley started the call.
From my understanding, you were just pretty much filming the information part of it.
Yeah, I'm filming the publicly accessible areas. As a member of the press, as a journalist, I have every right. In fact, right here on this paragraph right here, photographs for news, advertising, or commercial purposes. It's at every federal property, it's at every post office, and I have the right to be here. Yeah.
Oh, no, I have no issues
I know.
with that.
Yep, very good.
No.
Oh, I don't have any issues with that, as you said.
Yeah, I wasn't even upset. I wasn't causing any issues. I wasn't causing any disturbance until he pushed the issue. Now, obviously, I'm pretty damn upset.
No, I totally agree with that. I will go ahead and review some of our security footage and see how
He was stalking me around. Like, he literally, so when I came in, he tried to tell me that I could not be in the main lobby. And I was like, what are you, like, this is crazy. You really gonna go there? And so then he went up, he said, I'll be back, and I guess he went and got the manager, and then he came upstairs on the elevator. I guess he knew I was going up to immigration. Came in here, and I guess he told them, don't let him in, and he came out and met me at the elevator. He said, yeah, they're gonna tell you the same thing, you can't go in there. I said, what? So I mean, like, and he's literally, he's stalking me around, harassing me.
No, I totally get that. It was not as clear on the phone, but at the same time, we also gotta recognize this is also private property in terms of sharing the claim facility. Maybe you just didn't quite understand that separation of those two things. So, yeah, well, we'll go ahead and.
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't in any kind of HIPAA secured area. I wasn't, you know, it was public lobby the whole time. I mean, it's 2025. There shouldn't be these issues anymore. Like, by now, it should have been drilled across perfectly clear. You know that what he's doing is I mean, it's not good.
Yeah, I know. It's unacceptable, especially if it's going to be something that's kind of circumvent whatever story, you're trying to, you know, and stuff like that.
Yeah, you just turned it into a whole different story. Not good.
I know, it's when you miss look back, so we got the,
Here's our other manager, sir. This is Ashley. Ashley, sir.
Hey, Ashley. I can, if you want, I can bring it. Y'all, you said y'all are on the second floor?
Yes.
yeah.
I can fill it out and drop it by there, so y'all don't sit and wait for me to fill it out.
Alright, unfortunately, police were called, so
Oh.
we'll go ahead and discuss with them the situation and then stuff, the misunderstanding that occurred.
Okay.
So we'll let you kind of be as much as possible, you know, because you are pretty much immigration part, so immigration should be
Right.
and everything.
It's in a public, public lobby, public accessible area. I'm a journalist covering the story, so.
Yeah, unfortunately, yeah, we'll go ahead and
No, we're sorry, so we didn't know.
I appreciate it, Ray.
We're sorry about that.
Yes, sir.
Okay? We apologize, okay? We didn't.
You've been very helpful, you've been very friendly, very respectful. I can't speak high enough about you. But, you know, wait, I blanked out on his name just now, and I'm horrible with names. What was his name again? Cordell, okay. But yeah, the issue with Cordell, that's a whole nother problem.
Alright, yeah, we'll go ahead and let you continue whatever you're doing, get that filled out, and then just ask for Monica, and then we can get that complaint from Jake to her, and then we'll also just pop up police on that.
Yeah, we just can't have recording in the patient lobby, but Ray should be at the desk just right
You can have it to me.
outside.
I'm on that
And
side.
he
Okay.
can either get Monica or, yeah,
Yes, ma'am.
take it.
All right, I appreciate it. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem.
We'll tell Cordell for you, okay?
All right,
I'll handle it.
Yeah.
thank you.
I'm
Thank
the head
you.
security, so we'll take care of it, okay? We're sorry about that.
I appreciate it.
Yeah,
Thank
no,
you.
we're sorry about it. It's just miscommunication, okay?
It's all right, I
Yeah,
appreciate it.
all right, sir.
Thank you, Ray.
You can drop that off to me downstairs.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Yeah, oh yeah, he's getting fired now. So I knew they called the cops, or he called the cops. Now, they've got to defuse the cops. And this is why you always record. Hang on here. This is not over yet. This is by far far from over. Cordell is still here, when I go downstairs, he's getting a piece of my mind. Hey, Ninja. You can't make this shit up. Wait until you see the full rundown of what happened. Filling out a complaint. Hey, can somebody give me the time? Hey, sir, do you have the time?
It's 3:17.
3:17. All right, thank you. So, May 3, we're going to call it about 3 o'clock. Hey, Ninja, we need to catch up about that story, okay? So, the question is, are the Salt Lake City Police going to come up here or not? Or are they going to defuse them in the lobby? They are on the way. East Carbon, I don't think I've even subscribed to your channel, so I'll do that. As soon as all this ends, I will subscribe. I need to do a better job of doing that. Same goes to anybody else that's on here that I've not subscribed, that actually, you know, that if you're a content creator. Basically, on this form right here, in my own words, let's see. So, Cordell violated my constitutional rights under the First Amendment, in a major way harassed and stalked me to the 4th floor immigration. I am a journalist, engaged in official duties on a story. He called the police for no reason. I will provide video. I will happily provide video. As a result of your complaint, what would you like to see happen? Well, I would like to see his ass fired. And then I would like training to be done. for other staff. All right. Hey, what's the latest on the Diddy trial? What is the latest on the Diddy trial? Huh? How you doing?
How's it going?
All right.
All right.
All right. I appreciate it. So, did this get out right there? Somehow a call came in literally right as the officer came up here, told me that I was good. I know, it literally, the screen went black, and I was trying to figure out why the screen went black. I don't know, that was actually pretty weird. The screen legitimately went black, and then when you walked off, it turned back on. No, what's even, man, that's weird stuff. All right, hold on a second. Turn this around. No, here's what's weird. This phone is on Do Not Disturb. It's even got it at the top, got the crescent. It can't get calls while I'm on live. But when that police officer walked up, the screen went black. And I saw at the top left corner, it had the voicemail button, like somebody was leaving a voicemail. And literally as soon as he walked off, the screen cut back on. It's almost like he had a mobile jammer or something.
figure that one out later, but just go back with this as well, or whatever, each you guys want. Yeah, I'll try it.
And DHS, please.
How's it going, sir?
What's going on? And once again, another reminder that they can have weapons, but you can't. You can't have nothing to defend yourself against the strong arm.
Excuse me, sir, we have to close the door.
Huh?
We have to close the door.
Why?
That's it.
Y'all close at 3:30? Since when?
Yes, sir, that's the building hours.
So if I go downstairs and find out that y'all actually close at 5 and y'all said that y'all closed this down at 3:30 just to get me out of the lobby, then
By all means. By all means.
all right. Hey, let me ask you something. Do you have something in your pocket, like some kind of jammer? Because when you came up to me and spoke to me, I've got my phone on Do Not Disturb, so it's not supposed to get any phone calls or anything, and it didn't. But literally, when you made contact with me, the screen went black, and when you walked off, it literally it went back. I swear to
I
God.
take it as a compliment, but I don't have no gun because I wish I did.
All right.
I wish I did.
Because I mean, it's quite a coincidence. Literally, right when you walked up to me, it went black. So.
Sorry that happened. Have a good day.
All right, what do y'all think? Do y'all think they really close at 3:30? Or do you think that's a load of bullshit? Ninja, if you're still on here, why don't you do some research real quickly and let me know if U.S. Citizenship and Immigration Services shuts down at 3:30. All right? Because if you ask me, this is some Department of Homeland Security bullshit. I don't know. I mean, I'm in Salt Lake City. You just type in Immigration Services Salt Lake City. Like the U.S., it's Department of Homeland Security. It really closes at 3:30. So, hold on a second. You've got a disadvantaged working class people trying to get their citizenship in the United States. So they're not CEOs, they're not, stay at home. Like, these people are people that legitimately work and work hard. And you mean to tell me that immigration, where they go to try to get their freaking citizenship, closes at 3:30 in the afternoon, right at the height of their workday? What kind of crazy shit is that? That's incredible. All right. Well, let's go turn this complaint in. Hey, Rick. Hey, like I said, I've got actually, let me write my email address down there. If y'all need to get in touch with me to get a copy of the videos from my perspective, I know you said that y'all would pull your security cams or whatever, but to see how outrageous he was acting. Have y'all had any other issues with him like that? That's just something. I mean, he just went flying off the handle when it came to a camera. Where did I put the? So,
Hold on, let me see. Security Craig. Hey, Craig, you want to come out and talk to the cameraman real quick? Just come here. You can explain to him.
Hey, they actually shut down immigration upstairs at 3:30? Why is that? That's here you got a working class.
This guy's our,
Hey man,
he wants to know if you want,
I got my email address right here, don@wtpnews.org, and if you need a copy of any of the. Hey, how you doing?
Hey, is
Yeah.
the gentleman that called about?
Yeah.
So I guess it was just a misunderstanding.
Oh, okay.
So you were just picking up on the fourth floor with immigration.
Okay.
Technically, that's a public area, so he's fine to film it.
Oh,
Do you
okay.
have any combative arguments?
No, that's what I said in the notes. We weren't sure. I was like, so it's an auditor.
Yeah, I was going to say, like, I'm engaged in a constitutionally protected activity as a member of the press. I have a First Amendment right to be here. I wasn't creating any disturbance until the guard, Cordell, wherever he went. Yeah, until that guy right there. You need to learn the Constitution, all right? Because that's fucking ridiculous.
So let me ask a question. What can we do today to have everybody be able to get along? You feel? Have you been threatened?
Well, yeah, he put somebody on the phone with me.
But he didn't like put his hands on you physically or anything like that.
Well, no, but basically threatened. He threatened me with arrest. Said that I was going to be arrested for trespassing. Am I being arrested for trespassing?
can you speak to me, officer?
Yeah, he can speak.
Learn,
He said, no, I trespassed.
learn the Constitution, dumbass.
We're about 30 minutes behind on this call. Doesn't sound like it's different. So, as far as I know, publicly accessible is able to if it's a private area restricted by anything medical, anything.
I apologize.
So where, if you don't mind me asking, where's the you want to film, sir, or are you just filming throughout?
Oh, I was just the publicly accessible lobbies.
Do you have a YouTube channel, or what do you?
I do. I have a
And
news.
I'm not
Well,
asking like a law enforcement aspect, just asking as.
yeah, I mean it's I've got a news site.
Okay.
I mean
What's it
it's
called, if you don't mind me
We the People News.
What was it?
We the People News.
Okay. Cool. How's it going?
All right.
Been doing it for a while?
All right. But I mean, and honestly, it's because it's not really a secret what my news site is. That's probably known by quite a few law enforcement. But
Yeah.
I mean, at this
You think
point,
it's been helpful though for some people to
yeah,
kind of learn the rights.
that's the thing. Is I educate people on their rights. I report on public interest stories and
Setup.
yes, sir.
Stuff's not cheap.
It's not expensive. I mean, it didn't cost a lot to put that together. I mean,
Okay.
you're talking about a $20 tripod,
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's more. Yeah, I say it looked more expensive than I thought, but
$140 gimbal. I
is it
mean,
pretty smooth though?
oh yeah, like it's
I do photography and stuff like that, so.
yeah, it's
So how much, like this setup right here, how much is something like that? Because I've seen them on like the DJI.
So yeah, the
DJI
this
one?
is the DJI.
Oh, it is,
That's
okay.
that's a $140 gimbal right there. I always tell people if you're gonna get one, it's very important to get the $6, the $9 refresh plan. So if you drop it, if it breaks, anything, they'll actually replace it for free twice.
Through DJI?
Through DJI, they'll replace it twice over the course of the year. And I'm on my first replacement, and so it's about 3 months.
Oh, okay. Is that just
3 or 4
from
months.
traveling and setting
It's
stuff up? Or?
it's from spilling a Coke on it at the gas station. I was holding it in one hand. I was trying to get a fountain drink, and
I was like to put them in like my like metal stainless steel bottles, so I spill everything.
yeah. So what was your name?
My name's Officer Clegg.
Officer Craig. Clegg.
CLEGG.
And what's your badge number?
Victor 84.
Victor 84.
Yep.
Good deal. Good deal.
What was your first name?
Don.
Don?
Yeah.
What was your YouTube channel, if you don't mind, so I can. Or how can I find you?
Well, We the People News.
There we go. Sweet. That way I can make a note as well if anything comes up. If I guess a situation like this happens again, if you mention, I guess if someone's going to call, I mean, you can always call as well. Right? You can always say,
Yeah,
hey, here's what I'm doing.
and I commonly will.
Yeah.
And I commonly will, do like a I guess you'd call it a progress report or a report. I will check in, do a public records request, grammar request into any police reports or anything made on the name of my, my channel or my news site or my name. Just for, keep everything honest, make sure there's.
Yeah, well, you should. It's your right to have that information. So I always tell people too.
Absolutely.
Commonly in this job, mistakes are made, and I would say to everybody, right, to protect yourself, know your rights, be able to state code.
And filming helps, because that's the accurate record.
It's accountability.
There's no telling what this guy right here would have said had it not have been on camera. I'm sure he would have lied his ass off.
So it is possible though, right? Is it possible that maybe he didn't understand kind of what was going on? I don't think he seems like he's an egregious man who's trying to handle evidence.
But there's no excuse whenever I explained it to him. And in fact, not only did I explain it to him in about the first minute and how I'm a member of the press, but I literally pointed on the wall to the rules and regulations governing conduct on federal property. It's on every federal property. Same things, I'm sure y'all have heard of poster 7 inside of the post office whenever you have people that report in there. It's the same type of thing that they have on all federal properties, and it has the same paragraph in there about journalists and news purposes, and I pointed it out to him, and he didn't care. He didn't care for the truth, and that's where it really kind of goes to a whole nother level, is I was explaining my rights, and I explained where it's authorized, where I wasn't causing any disturbance, I wasn't going into any private, privileged area. I've got it on camera. I've got it on video. Thank God the video doesn't lie. Look, y'all need to fire his ass. He's going to get y'all in a lot of shit. Look at this guy. Look at him. Look at him. Lying his ass off. Lying his ass off. No, I do several things, but like I wasn't even upset. This didn't even turn into this type of ordeal until he pushed the buttons and actually sent it.
He spoke to the building manager.
Oh man, honestly, yeah. I don't want to answer that question because honestly, I mean, I know you're really cool and all, but at this point, I have to treat this as basically investigatory, and I just don't want to. I don't want to provide any more information. And thank God the camera doesn't lie.
Yeah, thank you.
You're a freaking idiot.
Thank you. Hello, I have the other officer here, just two officers here, the other officer like to see. You also? Okay.
How are y'all gonna let him do that? Yeah, y'all need to shut him down on that.
All right, thank you. Sorry about that. Good, okay, good.
No, I was completely cool. I mean, you just have to know what all went on. There was no problem with me. All right. Well, am I being detained?
So at this point, no, I'm not detaining you yet. Okay. Let me explain why. Building manager, I guess he spoke to you. Okay, and our officer spoke to him as well. They're claiming that this area right here, and I don't respond here a lot, right? So I'm gonna make sure I check with my sergeant and so forth.
I was actually on the way out of the building when y'all stopped me. I was literally up there on the 4th floor. I wasn't staying down here.
I haven't stopped you yet. I haven't even asked you
Yeah.
your name. So are you wanting to leave?
I was actually on the way out
Okay,
of the
that's
building.
fine.
Yeah.
So then if that's what you want to do, the building manager here would like you trespassed.
He can't trespass me from.
So he's claiming that this is privately owned and not public property. As per the building manager, we're checking with our sergeant and
But
so forth,
but
make
if
sure we don't violate
but
anything. when
but
it's
if
supposed
that's the case, then how can people go to immigration? They'd be walking into a private. This is the public lobbies. They wouldn't be able to put up the notices about the federal rules and regulations governing conduct on federal property if that was the case.
Yeah.
I would strongly suggest to get a supervisor over here
Well,
because
of course, so I'm not detaining you right now.
trespassing
If you want to leave, you're free to leave.
Yeah, I mean,
100%.
it would be an
I wanted to look
unlawful-
into it more for myself for future
Yeah.
reference because I'm not about violating anyone's rights.
Yeah,
Don't
no,
want
I
things to be
know,
hostile
and
between
I don't
me
want
and you.
anything. I don't want you to get sucked into the middle of it because
That's kind of
you know,
my
and that's
job. It is what it is. But I
Well-
want to handle it in a peaceful way that's easy for everybody. There's no hostility. No one ends up in handcuffs. Nothing negative, right? Where we all can walk away educated
Right.
on what the laws are. You probably know a little bit more when it comes to stuff like this. I don't generally go into certain places.
Yeah, I mean, I'm generally not going to do it unless I do my homework first.
That's what I understand.
And
That's why I'm being respectful
Yeah.
towards you. I want to make sure that everything's clear. But if you would like to leave, sir, you are free to go. Okay? You're welcome to even talk to us outside of it, like. Like I said, he's doing his job the best way that he knows how.
no, he's not. You're a fucking
But-
piece of shit, is what you are. Fuck you. Oh, okay. Eat shit, motherfucker. All right.
This is for you.
Thank you, sir. Oh,
My name, case. I do want to put my badge number on there.
yes, sir.
Here you go. I'll put it right next to me. There you go.
Hey, thank you. Take it off the flag.
Take care.
And yeah, I honestly, I mean, I just don't. The thing is, I'm not leaving because I was already on the way out, and I have half a mind to stay here and challenge that because the guy is wrong. You can't say, I mean, that becomes a pretty damn odd predicament that you have government services such as Department of Homeland Security and Immigration.
He said he's on his way out.
Gotcha. What was your first name again?
Huh?
What was your first name?
Uh,
Dawn, or what did you say? You said Dawn? Okay, so it seems like you're on your way out. By all means, you're free to go. You're not detained or anything. If you would like, we do have a sergeant in route that you can talk to, and then he can talk to the security guard to try to see if we can come up with a solution.
That's what I told him too. I was like, we're not trying to make
Yeah.
things complicated. The security guy was doing what he did. I understand you have
Yeah.
some harsh opinions of it,
Yeah.
but with it being people seeking medical and that kind of stuff, I think
Yeah.
that's where it got a little bit nervous about people's privacy.
Well, but see, you can't. I mean, if that's the case, though, like I didn't go into any secured area. There were. It's basically like
I don't see
somebody.
anything posted
Right.
on the walls.
And-
I think either, and that's
Yeah.
another
And it's
issue that
like-
I've seen. Is I don't see anything
Yeah.
right there walking in and saying anything that's.
And it's like
says
somebody
private.
calling foul because somebody's filming out in public. You can't, you know. Granted, I know that it's no violation of HIPAA because I'm not going into. This is the actual publicly accessible lobby, you know, that I went in.
Yeah, it's not,
You know,
the doors aren't secure,
nobody-
there's no passcode
Right,
needed or anything
right,
like that. which
right,
is what
right.
we noticed upon entry. I don't think that they've had this happen here
Yeah.
before, so.
I don't think they did either. And
But that's why I said, we want to check and do what we need to do, so it's more of an education thing, so we know in the future, you know in the future.
Right.
Security knows in the future.
But like I said, you're not detained, you're more than happy to leave, but we do have a sergeant around if you do wish to stay and talk to him. Totally your choice.
Honestly,
You can ask your viewers, see what they think.
yeah. Hey, y'all want me to stay and talk to the sergeant, or you want me to head out? What do you think? Drop it in the comments. Yeah, normally it's this is like extremely low. I guess people are worried.
Sorry.
You might just slide over.
Oh yeah.
How many people you got viewing you?
Just 12 right now. So yeah, I'm getting a bunch of fuck yeses.
You said what?
So I'm just saying.
Well,
We're gonna. Yeah, we're gonna.
I'm not sure, like the ETA told me he's on his way, but Salt Lake's a big area, so I don't know how long it's gonna take. All right,
Yeah, and see, my thing is, I don't go out there. I'm not trying to provoke anything. I'm not trying to.
So then what is your hope in doing this then, if not to provoke a reaction?
See, that's the common misconception. Stress testing a right, because it's people. You have a lot of people like this individual right here that does not understand the rights, and it turns into a education.
So, but like, my point is, and not trying to come off as a dick or anything, but your whole point in stress testing is to get people under stress, is to get people, to get a reaction basically.
Not really. It's really not, because it's just like, okay, I did. Are you? Oh, so let me find my charger. Freaking thing.
Charger for your phone?
No, no, I got one. So, are you familiar with what it's called?
I'll step over here real quick. Since
Are you familiar with what a silent audit is?
Silent audit?
Audit.
Audit.
Have you ever come in contact with anybody doing a silent audit before?
Well, as soon as it's a silent audit, then they probably would have told me that they're auditing.
No.
So I doubt I mean, I could have, I'm not sure.
All right, so let me explain what a silent audit is. So a silent audit is where somebody, and a lot of times they're outside of a bank on the sidewalk, and they're standing there, and they're not making, they're like the bank will call and say, hey, there's somebody out here looking suspicious because they're reporting, but they're standing on the public sidewalk, and basically the person just stays silent whenever the police walk. And Fifth Amendment, you know, it's everybody's right to remain silent. But hello. But yeah, that being said, I had somebody. I did one of those at one time, and the officer, when I got the body cam video and all that, said that I was out there trying to provoke a response, you know, to get them to violate. To get them to violate my rights. That was not the case. What it was, I wanted to see them doing their
I
job.
wanted to hit your camera, I'm not sure.
I wanted to see them. I want to see officers doing their job the way that they're supposed to.
Yeah,
Okay, you
sure.
take a sworn oath. I'm a Marine Corps veteran. I swore a lifelong oath to our
Oh, yeah.
Constitution. John,
What'd you do?
I was an airframe and hydraulic mechanic.
Thank you for your service.
Yes, sir. So, I mean, the Constitution is very, very important, and that's why I do some of this stuff, is because I feel like our Constitution's under attack.
Yeah.
You know, we're if we don't stand firm for our rights, then our next generation is going to be gone. I mean, there's a lot of tyrants in this country right now, and so that's what that's about. I'm not trying to provoke a response. I'm trying to go in and stress test a right and not draw, because I wasn't being confrontational.
Yeah.
I wanted to go up there. I've never seen immigration offices.
Yeah.
I have a lot of Hispanic friends, okay? And I wanted to come over here, and I wanted to do a story on the immigration office. It was the guy in there that was provoking a response. I wasn't trying to provoke a response. You can look at my video. I was not trying to provoke a response. He was the provoker. The entire time he was the provoker. I tried to de-escalate him. I tried to explain that I'm a journalist. I have a First Amendment right to do this. He didn't want to hear it. So at the end of the day, that's the provoker.
Yeah.
I'm the guy that's just being a journalist.
Yeah, for sure. Do you just upload these to YouTube and like your missing the Instagram live?
No, that's YouTube.
Oh, it's YouTube? Well, you go live. You can go live on YouTube. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
What's your page name?
We the People News.
We the People News. I was like the Holster Company.
Yep. I've got a news site. It's
Is that like a blog?
It's actually like I publish articles. I report on public interest stories and WTPnews.org.
What's the last one you reported on?
Issues with the FBI.
FBI?
So I got major issues over there with them. You know, you can't report a crime to federal law enforcement, to the FBI, without submitting to a full background check first. So somebody that's already been victimized has to basically open themselves up to additional scrutiny and having a full background check run on them just for them to speak to an agent to report something.
What does the background consist of? Because like when you report a crime
Everything.
to us, we can still gotta identify you.
Yeah, everything. So it's literally, they do, it was more important for me to actually, at the end of, I think it was the end of February, it was more important for me to actually speak with an agent about some heinous public corruption that had gone on. And I actually caved and I allowed them to run the background check on me. And their background check was a lot thicker than what any employment background check is.
I guess the gentleman wants to card for reference number, and you probably saw this.
The case number? Yep. I'll bring it into the service sergeant's on his way here. And we'll,
I was all ready.
So we told her.
Didn't matter.
It's not our business, guys. And we knew that, okay?
You think they can't find my YouTube channel?
Everybody's learning, trying to get it all figured out. So
Okay, guys.
no big deal.
So are they both on YouTube?
No, that one's static recording. That one's on YouTube. I started that one whenever the guy said he was calling the cops.
Oh, look,
I
nice.
tried,
Got
I tried,
16
I tried finding your YouTube, We the People.
We the People News?
I couldn't find anything on YouTube. There's a lot of We the People.
I was telling him about the holster company. I'm like,
The what?
oh yeah, the holster company with people. I'm like, it's probably a common name.
Freedom.
I mean, you could have been his 17th viewer, dude.
Yeah, it's hit and miss. Sometimes it'll have like hundreds of people that'll be
Do
on
you have
there.
do you have a logo? Like a,
Yeah, it's
You don't have a
so
card?
check out I've got them ordered. WTPnews.org is the actual news. You're the news sergeant, huh?
Yeah.
All right, sergeant. Can I get your name and badge number?
Yeah, it's Libsy, Oscar 23. Where's the security guard?
He's inside.
Can I speak to you before you go and get the false narrative? Because I've got everything on camera.
No, I'm gonna go talk to this guy first, so I'll be right back, man.
All right.
So, what? So, I guess this is just me picking your brain. What's the point of having 3 cameras? Like, why? Like, cause can't you just save that video that you have live for YouTube? Wouldn't it be doing the same purpose that this one is doing?
It is, but I will, a lot of times, like right now, because the action is right here, I got them both fixed right here, but like, so I'll generally, I won't be live. You know, it's only like a rare situation that I'll hit the live button. You know, like police are called, whatever, I'm gonna go live. But generally I'll keep this one right here on static, like on where there's a little trigger button back here, and it will lock onto my face and it will follow me around. And so when I'm walking, it'll literally stay locked onto me, and this one will be faced that way. So I have different angles. So at the end of the day, when I go and I basically mix everything down, I can have the different angles, and it's, and also it helps for whenever you have liars like this guy in there.
Heather, so what was your name?
Well, you can call me Don.
Okay, what's your actual name? Because we need to identify you.
For what?
So we can give you a notification of trespass. So you're in a private building,
So I
privately
wanna-
owned building.
so I want to-
Will you let me explain this to you, please? So you're in a privately owned building.
Right.
The privately owned building owner and its management has decided that they do not want you on their private property here.
Yeah, so.
We need to give you a notification of trespass.
And I want,
let you know that you
and I
need to
want
head
to
out.
formally put you on notice before you do this, okay? Because if it's under threat of arrest, I'll provide my ID. Other than that, I'm not providing my ID.
It is.
Because it is.
Yep.
Okay,
You
so-
need to provide your identification right now, and I'm telling you that standing here would be a trespass, which is a class B misdemeanor in the state of Utah.
Right, and I'm not trying to. I was
Just-
actually leaving. I was on the way out,
Great.
and they came in. But let me ask you this before I, you know, I've got it right here, okay? But I was up there on the 4th floor.
Okay.
There's a posted sign, the rules and regulations governing conduct on federal property. How is it that Homeland Security, immigration can actually be in there, okay, and I can be trespassed from a public, because honestly, they serve the public. So this is really a very thin line that y'all are, I mean, this is a really, really touchy area.
Would you like me to explain
I'm
it to you?
going to sue over this. If you get my ID and you trespass me, I'm going to sue over this. I'm
Would
letting
you
you know
like me
right
to
now.
explain it to you?
Yeah.
Okay, so this, you're right, there are federal entities upstairs.
Uh-huh.
They lease specific spaces within the building, which is privately owned. The private building owner can trespass you from these areas if you are, you know, disrupting.
I wasn't
business
disrupting.
and anything.
It's all on
Well,
camera.
Ultimately, you know, you can get trespassed from somebody's private building for, you know, any number of things.
So a viewpoint discrimination is what I'm hearing. This is a viewpoint discrimination because I went up there
Nope.
to cover,
Disagree
I'm a
with you.
journalist covering the story.
Okay. You're doing so on private property though, the private property owner no longer wants you on their property. So
Then why is Department of Homeland Security leasing out space in a private building where there can be a viewpoint discrimination, where the person can be barred from coming in there just because the person downstairs doesn't like them?
I couldn't tell you.
That doesn't make any
That's
sense.
like I said.
Yeah, I could,
We don't know,
so,
we don't choose who leases here in private property.
All right, well, I've got several lawsuits right now pending. When I hand this over to you,
did
I'm
you give
filing.
that to Officer Quick? please?
I'm giving it to you because you're the one that said under threat of arrest. Whenever I give it to you, the lawsuit will be filed.
Can you please hand me the ID?
There you go.
Awesome, there you go.
Thank you.
All right, so.
Y'all heard it.
Can we move stuff out of the way again?
Another lawsuit.
People have business going on in here. So we're providing you with notification right now that they don't want you back on property here.
Cool. I gave you notification of what was going to happen because of that. So
Okay. So just so you know, police report will be generated. Happy to give you that case number if you wish. Just
Do you have
document
my
this
case number, my badge
notification
number,
address.
and I believe of?
Sounds like you got everything you need.
so you can have federal agencies like Department of Homeland Security and Immigration.
There you go, sir.
And it's a viewpoint discrimination because the guy downstairs doesn't understand his rights.
You need anything else, man?
You gotta be, what was your name?
Rojas.
What's that?
Rojas, R-O-J-A-S.
R-O-J-A-S, and what was your badge number?
Whiskey 164.
Whiskey 164, and your badge number was what?
Oscar 23.
Oscar 23, okay. All right, well, tried to, and what was crazy is I was literally on the way out of the building, and I could have
Will you
left.
explain it to me outside?
Yeah, yeah.
You just go
And I could have left before you got here, but I wanted to have a common sense conversation with you about this because it doesn't make a lick of sense. I could have already. This didn't have to come to this level, and now we're here, and. But. All right. Well, I will. I need to get actually one other thing I need to get before I go. I need to get the quote unquote the private building owner's name, the one that claims.
Yeah, that'll all be attached to that case.
Okay.
Do you guys need to go through? Do you guys need to pass
Oh.
through?
Oh, it looks heavy. Oh, you got 2 flat tires. That's why it's so hard.
Yeah.
You go down to the 7th floor.
All right, so dogs, whatever. Hey, why don't you go lick the boots somewhere else? You're not gonna be. I'm all about the First Amendment, but fuck you. Let's see. User in timeout. I'm gonna give you 24 hours. See you in 24 hours, bud. Yeah. Yeah, I could have left before you got here. But I honestly wanted to have this conversation to see if you wanted to actually push it to that level. See if the building owner wanted to push it to that level. But yeah, I'm gonna get off the. Is this considered? No, this is a sidewalk right here that I'm on.
All right.
Oh, CAD number also? Is that on there?
It's the case number. It's all the same.
And when can I get that report that's got that guy's name? Well, I'm not upset about that trespass at all. Honestly, I got enough things on my plate right now than to have to involve something else. But it's another lawsuit. And that's going to be a real interesting one right there. You cannot bar somebody from a public building on a viewpoint discrimination because somebody doesn't know their fucking rights. All right, can't wait to upload this footage from the other phones. I had 3 different cameras going. I wish I would have had my body cam. I would have had 4. Okay. Yeah, I got things I gotta go take care of. So I'm gonna go ahead and end this at that. That was a great audit, and I think we all learned something right there. And this story is just starting. This is Don Matthews, We the People News. Hey, thanks for tuning in, y'all. I'm gonna come live again later, all right? Because we're gonna talk about this subject again on a panel. We need to, all right? Y'all take care.